Let's jam.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Pay Per Re-Recorded Review. Today we are re-recorded talking about the WCPW World Cup. Now, we had to redo this episode because I was having major coughing fits.
And this time, he's back to 100%.
I wouldn't say that. I still got a phlegmy cough, but it's under control.
Well, yeah, at least it wasn't like last time where you damn near coughing your lungs out.
Yeah, it's a shame that I had to throw away that footage. There was even footage of me drinking apple juice. Don't judge me.
I like apple juice too. Anybody who doesn't like apple juice, you're stupid.
I like drinking organic apple juice.
I've never had that. Is it the same thing?
It's sweeter.
Okay. But anyway, as he said, we are talking about or re-recording this episode of the WCPW Pro Wrestling World Cup, which was fantastic. Especially like Ospreay versus Mysterio, the final. We'll talk about what happened after the final. But
I feel like this tournament was one AJ Styles short of being phenomenal.
yeah, it definitely was.
But it was pretty damn good.
It was worth watching. So if you haven't seen it, go out of your way to watch it. Anyway, we'll start off with the round of 16.
Well, I guess I should say, if you want to watch it, it is 100% free on YouTube. Just go to WCPW.
Yes.
What? www.youtube.com/WCPW.
And you will not be disappointed.
Oh,
Trust
hell.
us.
Oh, hell. No.
You will not, I repeat, not be disappointed. Anyway.
But after months of qualifiers, we finally get to this tournament. It's been, wrestlers competing from everywhere. United States, Mexico, Japan, England, Scotland,
Canada,
rest of the world, Germany. Almost forgot about Germany.
Yeah, pretty much everywhere that you can think of. This was pretty much wrestler's delight. You know, if I could use my my hip-hop music terms, it was like the rapper's delight version of wrestling.
Oh, I was going to say wrestler's paradise.
That too. Anyway, let's get on with the review. We're going to start off with the round of 16. We're going to start off the first match with Travis Banks taking
New
on...
Zealand. Well, we're going to add nationalities to it.
Yeah, Travis Banks from New Zealand taking on Speedball Mike Bailey from Canada.
This was a brutal, hard-hitting, kicking, and screaming affair.
This match, like I said, started off the tournament, and it did not disappoint. Pretty much none of the matches, besides the exhibition matches, disappointed. This was a pretty good match. Speedball Mike Bailey using his martial arts background to catapult himself throughout the tournament, so to speak. Travis Banks doing what he does, and we can't say nothing bad about this match.
I mean, Speedball lived up to his moniker.
He was
fast-paced and ugly offense.
Exactly. And in the end, Mike Bailey got the win, so him representing Canada is moving on to the tournament. This match gets a 2.5 out of 5. We move on to the next match. It is Penta El Zero M representing Mexico taking on Bad Bones
representing Germany.
And this was a stiff, hard-hitting, brutal match, but good.
Well, I wouldn't say just that. I would also say a tremendous clash of styles. Because you had Penta, who is Mexican strong style, taking on Bad Bones, who is a pure powerhouse.
Yes.
If you've never seen Bad Bones, he is a German version of Luke Gallows.
And better. Somewhat better. Nothing against Gallows, but he's a little better.
What Bad Bones lacks in height, he makes up for in girth. He's big.
He's kind of like a muscular German version of me, but more
rounded.
Exactly.
Anyway, but this was like you said, a hard-hitting affair.
Yes.
It was amazing to see Penta hit the Mexican Destroyer not once, but twice.
Yes, twice
on Bad Bones.
On Bad Bones, and in the end, he ended up picking up the victory. This match gets a 3 out of 5. He's also moving on to the tournament.
He secured a victory with a package pile driver on the big man.
Exactly. The next match was an exhibition match. We had a 6-man tag team match. We had the prestigious own, the WCPW champion, Joe Hendry, El Ligero, and BT Gunn taking on the WCPW tag team champions, known as War Machine and
No
Bullet.
relation.
No relation. And Bullet Club's own, the villain, Marty Scurll.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
This was a decent match, I have to say.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Once again, Hanson and Rose showing off their athleticism. Or
Hanson. Yeah, and the crowd basically just getting behind War Machine and Marty Scurll. The Prestige being who they are, they basically wanted to pick up the victory, basically show the world that they are not the Prestige for nothing. But
sadly, War Machine and Marty Scurll picked up the win.
Yes, indeed. After the match, they attacked Marty Scurll, I believe.
Yeah, because he was the last challenger to the WCPW Championship, which ended in a no contest.
Yeah.
They knocked each other out with umbrellas.
But anyway, both
whoop, whoop.
both Ligero, Gunn, and the champion, Joe Hendry, laid him out. So the Prestige, despite the loss, making a statement in WCPW that they are the Prestige and they will be the ones that stand tall. Other than that, War Machine and Marty Scurll got the victory, as this guy said right here, 2 out of 5.
The next match pitted the high-flying Lucky Kid of Germany against the ticking time bomb, Hiromu Tanahashi.
With Daryl.
With Daryl of LIJ fame and representing Japan.
This was really good. Despite the match being good, we got to see Daryl come back after being ripped apart by one Bad Luck Fale.
Yeah, he had a touch of bad luck, but you know, he had a little bandage on his face.
I really enjoyed this match. War Machine, how you feel about this?
I liked it. It was really good. Once again, a clash of styles, because you had Lucky Kid, who was high speed, high flying, and you had Hiromu Takahashi,
yeah,
who was an unpredictable offense.
You really can't tell about Takahashi. You really don't know what he's going to do. And the same thing if you watch New Japan, you really can't tell what he's going to do. He's just unpredictable, as War Machine said here. Lucky Kid, you know, I like Lucky Kid. I like his style, so to speak. I like how he moves around the ring and that sort of thing. But other than that, Hiromu Takahashi got the victory. He moved on in the tournament, 3.5 out of 5.
The next match was between Lucha Underground alumni, as South Africa's own Angelico took on the future of flight, Ricochet of America.
And he's from Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Believe it or not, he is from Kentucky. Now, you would think Ricochet's somewhere from like big city like New York or LA or Miami or...
Hey, you said it, not me.
I'm just saying, but Kentucky. No disrespect to the people in the state of Kentucky. But anyway, this was really, really good. It was a fun match indeed.
Yep. You know, what we come to expect from these guys, high flying, high speed, but in the end, Ricochet picked up a win with a submission.
It was somewhat like a triangle choke.
Yeah, it's triangle choke.
Yeah, I really didn't know what to call it. I don't even know if they called it anything, but
it's kind of weird that Ricochet picked up a submission victory. He usually goes for the 630 or the Benadryller.
Yeah, or the 450, something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, he won by submission, 4 out of 5. Then we go on to the next match. Joe Coffey.
Scotland.
He was supposed to face Unbreakable Michael Elgin, representing Canada, but due to other commitments, he could not be there. So Adam Blumpier came out and said, no, wait a minute. You're not taking the night off. You're actually going to have a match. And who returned? The one and only Joseph Connors, former WCPW champion.
The second WCPW champion.
Joseph Connors.
The Righteous Killer, representing England.
And the crowd went crazy as soon as he came out.
Oh, they went bananas.
They went stupid, so to speak.
You work in produce, so you know bananas when you see them.
Yeah. I fill them up all the time. Anyway, this this was a nice showing for both guys, especially Joseph making his return to WCPW. I really couldn't say nothing bad about this match.
No, he picked off Joe Coffey, knocked the Iron King off of his Iron Throne with the Don't Look Down Hammerlock DDT.
And I must say, even back from the WWE UK tournament, I like that name. That is a very good name for that move. But Joseph Connors, as War Machine said here, did get the victory. 2 out of 5. Then we go on to Kushida versus Kenny Williams. Kushida representing Japan, and Kenny Williams is from
Scotland.
Okay.
Now, fun fact about this. Kenny Williams wasn't originally in the round of 16. It was Drew Galloway originally in this spot. So we would have seen Kushida versus Drew Galloway, which would have been a fantastic match.
But
shortly after that, at NXT TakeOver
Orlando.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
They run together. Anyway, we saw Drew Galloway in the crowd. He signed. He is now Drew McIntyre, the NXT champion.
Yes. So
well, at the time of this recording.
Yeah. So as he said, they had to have a replacement, and it ended up being Kenny Williams representing.
Well, at an iPay-per-view, I think it was Built to Destroy.
Mm-hmm.
They had Kenny Williams and BT Gunn both representing Scotland for competing for that shot. Kenny Williams picked up the win. Which, it's a lot better that we got Kenny Williams versus Kushida, because these two guys are Back to the Future Marty McFly looking motherfuckers.
And these two, just to add on to what he said, they are basically alike. They come out dressed similar, so to speak. This was a pretty good match. This was one of the best matches of the tournament. Mm-hmm. It really isn't anything bad I can say about this match besides the two styles being similar. Kushida did win with Back to the Future. Afterwards, these two paid homage to each other.
Homage.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, Kushida gave Kenny a pair of his shoes.
Yeah. Kushida gave Kenny his jacket.
Oh, okay.
And Kenny gave Kushida his shoes.
Okay. I got that backwards.
It was a nice sign of respect. I like it.
Yeah. Both guys really showed their asses in this match. They really put on the show. This match gets a 3.5 out of 5. Like I said, Kushida's moving on into the tournament.
Now, the next match was one of many dream matches we got to see. It was the greatest first-generation wrestler, Jay Lethal, taking on the greatest technical wrestler of all time, Zack Sabre Jr. of England.
Now, as he said, Sabre's representing England. Jay Lethal's representing America. He's from Jersey. Shout out to everybody in Jersey. Anyway.
Jersey sucks. Nah, I'm just playing. Let's keep going though.
Okay. It's a joke. But anyway, to get back on subject here. Sabre, he just basically, being the technical prowess that he is, just worked Jay Lethal's arm, just grounded and pounded on his arm. Jay Lethal doing what he does. He did everything he could to overcome Zack Sabre Jr. and his technical abilities, but it wasn't enough because Zack Sabre Jr. ended up tapping out Jay Lethal.
Yeah, he did, but this was a fantastic match. I'm so glad we got to see this.
Yes, definitely. As we said, ZSJ got the victory. This match gets a 3.5 out of 5. Then we move on to the main event.
The penultimate dream match of this tournament. It was Rey Mysterio, the king of Lucha Libre, fighting out of Mexico, facing off against the aerial assassin Will Ospreay of England.
Oh my God.
This match, like I told this guy, this match was as beautiful as Gargano Ciampa from the Cruiserweight Classic.
And like I told one of my coworkers, he's kind of getting on the WCPW a bit. Like we both agreed, and I say this in all capital letters with like 5 exclamation marks at the end. Classic. I repeat, classic. This match was fan-fucking-tastic. That's all I can say.
It was the hype around the round of 16. In fact, the whole tournament. And it just did not disappoint.
I mean, not a single bad word about this match. If you did not see this match, you are missing out on a treat. You are missing out on a blockbuster, fantastic. I have so many words for this match, I just can't say it. But anyway, in the end, Will Ospreay won with the Os Cutter. He's moving on to he's moving on in the tournament. Afterwards, he got on the mic, paid respect to the legend known as Rey Mysterio. He said because of Rey Mysterio, he's the reason why he decided to become a professional wrestler. Rey got on the mic, said some encouraging words about Will Ospreay. He gave Will one of his masks as a show of respect, saying, you know, you're the future of professional wrestling. You know, I'm handing you the torch, so to speak.
Oh, it was so beautiful. I wanted to cry.
Me too. But anyway, we automatically give this match a 5 out of 5.
And that closed out the round of 16. Now the next set was the semifinal, well, quarterfinal, sorry. And it started off with El Penta 0M taking on Ricochet. Once again, another battle between Lucha Underground alumni.
Now, Penta, as you all know, representing Mexico. Ricochet representing America. Lucha Underground alumni. Basically, these two have faced off before. These two had a pretty good match, as they do on Lucha Underground when he was Prince Puma, so on and so forth.
However, there was that funky finish.
Yeah, the finish is what kind of got me, despite the match being good.
I mean, it was good. I agree with the finish, but it was weird.
It was weird because it was like a roll-up.
Oh, no, Penta had some sort of... he had a surfboard locked in. That was what it was.
Yeah.
But his shoulders were pinned to the mat.
Yeah, and Penta was not happy about it. Ricochet did get the victory due to that funky finish. Afterwards, they both paid respect to each other. Gave a show of sportsmanship. This match does get a 3.5 out of 5. By the way,
I just now get it.
What I said, funky.
Funky, because the funky future.
Oh yeah. Him and Taguchi are the champs of the New Japan. Yeah. Anyway, we'll move on to the next match. It was
unintentional wordplay. Anyway,
Joseph Connors taking on Hiromu Takahashi.
Another good showing by both these guys. I like both these guys.
Yes, these guys right here, though. We started off the match with Joseph going to Daryl, and Hiromu was, he's protective of his pet. He's protective of his boy, Daryl. And so he goes out there, he's messing with Daryl. Then they get to the match, and these two just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
The Righteous Killer versus the Ticking Time Bomb.
And definitely it lived up to its hype. Joseph Connors moves on. I would have expected Takahashi to move on, but he went home.
I would have loved for Takahashi to move on, because that would have been that much closer to being right.
Yeah, but this match does get a 2.5 out of 5, by the way. So then we go on to the next match, which was pretty good. It was a pretty good match, a fun match, so to speak. Speedball Mike Bailey taking on the aerial assassin Will Ospreay.
Pretty good. Dude, Will Ospreay had one of the best showings in this whole tourney.
That is a fact.
But this match, no slouch by indication. Once again, another clash of styles.
Yes.
It was the martial artistry of Mike Bailey taking on the high-flying, high-risk, high-reward of Will Ospreay.
I mean, these two just basically laid it all out there on the mat, laid it all out there on the line, and they put on the show. Just like his match with Mysterio, they put on the show. The crowd loved it. I loved it. This guy loved it. Mm-hmm. For those of you out there who watched it, you loved it. Will Ospreay got the win. He got the win over Speedball. He's going on to the next round. 3.5 out of 5. Then we have the main event, Kushida versus Zack Sabre Jr.
Once again, another beautiful, match.
Yes.
This wasn't beautiful in the way of storytelling. This was beautiful as, you know, the ring work.
Yes.
You had two technicians doing work.
And they basically did some work. These two went out there, pulled out every technical move that they could in the book, and they did not stop. This match was just back and forth, stiff. I mean, it was just great. The match was just great itself.
Yeah.
Kushida did get the win by a narrow margin, and that stunned ZSJ. ZSJ ended up going home. Kushida's moving on to the next round. 4 out of 5.
Now, if I can break up the monotony for a little bit, I want to do a little bit of a fantasy booking.
Okay.
Speedball Mike Bailey versus Oni Lorcan.
I'm gonna have to go Oni Lorcan.
I don't care who wins that match. All I know is that match would be ugly.
Agreed. That match would definitely have the crowd on its feet. I would love to see that match, me personally. Anyway, we move on to the semifinals and the finals of the Pro Wrestling World Cup. We're going to start off the semifinals with Kushida taking on Joseph Connors.
Once again, fantastic showing. Both these guys, need we say more?
Need we say more? I don't think we need to say more.
That's pretty much the running trend of this.
Yeah.
Is the fantastic match, both these guys.
I mean, like we said, the tournament was just fantastic. Despite who you picked, despite who wasn't in the tournament, it was just great. Both guys, they told a pretty good story. It was a good story. It was a fun match. Kushida, he got the victory. Both guys showed respect after the match to each other, a sign of sportsmanship that was pretty much throughout the tournament. It was pretty much throughout the whole tournament. Anyway, this match gets a 2 out of 5.
Now, this next match, we've seen this match a million times before, but it just manages to get better.
We're talking about Will Ospreay versus Ricochet.
Now,
I was going to say Will Ospreay twice.
Will Ospreay versus Will Ospreay.
Yeah, I had to catch myself.
Anyway, now this match did start off with their usual, with their usual repertoire of, showing off.
Yeah.
It actually started with Ricochet going hard on the attack. I think he cut off Will Ospreay while he was still doing his entrance.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he came in the ring and they started doing their little flippy stuff.
Well, no, there wasn't no flippy stuff. Ricochet just went straight after him.
Yeah.
Like he stole his girlfriend or something.
And he gave him a brain buster on the stage, so he walked to the ring, being the cocky guy that he is, being Ricochet. He thought, okay, I got this in the bag. Lo and behold, Will Ospreay gets up. He's slowly coming back to the ring. Ricochet cuts him off with a suicide dive, and the match just picks up from there. And whether these two have battled in Japan, Mexico, wherever, PWG, these two do not disappoint. I know a lot of you get tired of the same flippy shit that they do, but let's just call it what it is. The matches that they have been great.
This just cements these two for rivalry of the decade.
Indeed.
Because they are just... Okay. They are disgustingly good. Like, that's not me saying, oh, I hate these guys, they're terrible, I'm sick of all this flippy shit. No. These guys are disgustingly good. I like them, I like watching their matches, but the stuff they do disgusts me because I can't do that.
Neither can I.
They are disgustingly good, and I love it.
And to add on what he just said, me, myself, and him, we're fans of what they do. Despite, even going back to last year, Best of the Super Juniors, everybody
and
made
the year before that.
Yeah, well, they faced off this year too. I don't know about the year before last.
Year before last was when they started the flippy stuff.
Yeah, okay. But anyway, point being is, whenever they get in the ring, it's magic.
Yeah.
You don't need a magician. They're the magician for you. So you're in for a show. But anyway, Will Ospreay, by the skin of his teeth, he ended up moving on to the next round. He
stole it.
He stole it, indeed.
He stole it with a roll-up.
Yes. 5 out of 5. That's what we're giving this match.
like I said, Will Ospreay had one of the best showings in this tournament.
Indeed. Anyway, we move on to the next match. Speedball Mike Bailey taking on Penta L0M.
This was another stiff, brutal, hard-hitting affair. Every ugly adjective we could use for Speedball and Penta.
Yeah, I do feel like, however, the match did start off a little slow.
I did like the little stuff they did at the beginning of the match.
Yeah.
Because Penta got in his face, did the zero miedo.
Yeah.
All Mike Bailey did was bow.
Oh, like when Ricochet did, he said...
Yeah, because Penta got up in his face, did zero miedo.
Yeah, and Ricochet said, "Zero, fuck you."
That
was nice. But anyway, this was a pretty good match. Penta L0M, despite both of them being out of the tournament, picked up the victory. We gave this match a 3.5. Then we had two exhibition matches. One was for the Magnificent 7 briefcase.
Now, for those of you who don't know, Magnificent 7 briefcase is the WCPW equivalent of Money in the Bank.
Yes.
It's a briefcase that gives the holder a shot at the championship.
Yeah.
It's defended in a 7-man match. It was originally won by one Martin Kirby. That's why the briefcase is pink.
Didn't he steal it?
El Ligero stole it before he turned to the Prestige.
Yeah.
And because he's in the Prestige and the WCPW champion, Joe Hendry, is the leader of the Prestige, he's not going to cash it in.
He ain't going to cash in on this boy. But anyway, he took on
Rampage.
And this match was... It was a match. It was an exhibition match.
It was a slaughter. Rampage is a big motherfucker.
Yes.
He's like Braun Strowman scaled back a tiny bit.
Yes. And he pretty much dominated the entire match until El Ligero won with a low blow.
Yeah.
Anyway, he still has the briefcase, and this match does get a 1.5 out of 5.
Boo Ligero.
Boo.
Fun fact, El Ligero actually translates to the lightweight.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I saw that on a suitcase.
Nice. Anyway, we move on to the #1 contenders match for the WCPW Internet Championship. It was the gentleman, Alex Gracie, taking on...
The gentleman?
I thought... Ain't that his...
No, he's the legend.
Oh! Thank you for correcting me. The legend, excuse me.
The former member of the Prestige, the dickhead that turned on his partner.
Alex Gracie taking on Zack Sabre Jr.
The gentleman.
Yeah. My bad. Anyway, Zack Sabre Jr., he's basically wanting the Internet Championship from, what's his name?
Gabriel Kidd.
Gabriel Kidd.
Now, there's history between Gabriel Kidd and ZSJ. ZSJ handed Gabriel Kidd, one of his many losses, which,
tons of losses, like a book full of losses. More than this.
Fun fact,
yeah.
His losing streak was a complete accident. They didn't plan on making him lose that much. Anyway, back to the story at hand. After Gabriel Kidd had won his well-earned WCPW Internet title, Will Ospreay was one of his Zack Sabre Jr. was one of his challengers.
Yes.
Sorry, all these Brits seem to mesh together with
yes.
how good they are.
I know, right?
Anyway, Gabriel Kidd beat ZSJ, and ZSJ wasn't having any of that.
No.
He was respectful, but royally pissed.
Royally pissed is definitely the way to sum this up. But other than that, this match was pretty good, to say the least. Zack Sabre Jr., however, is the #1 contender for Gabriel Kidd's Internet Championship. He will be facing him pretty soon as we are recording this.
So, who knows? It could be it refused to lose, but one thing's for certain, this will be the rubber match.
Exactly. This match, however, does get a 3 out of 5. Then we move on to the WCPW Championship. It is the prestigious one.
Can I take this one?
Go ahead.
It is the prestigious one. Joe Hendry defending against my boy Swag.
Mr. We the People.
Yes, Jack Swagger. Now, The story for this, and I actually have a little bit more clarity on this. The story for this was an encounter that happened between Joe Hendry and Jack Swagger back in WWE, if you can believe this.
Yes.
Because Joe Hendry was a rosebud.
Are you serious?
I am serious.
Oh my God.
He was a rosebud.
Wow.
And Jack Swagger, whenever this was, probably at the height of Adam Rose's popularity.
Or lack thereof.
Yeah. Put his hands on Joe Hendry.
A young Joe Hendry without the facial features.
And Joe Hendry basically said he wasn't having any of that. He wanted to learn from Jack Swagger. But now he's going to put things right.
Yes. He's going to make things prestigious for Jack Swagger for doing what he did. Now, MJ, please talk about that promo that Jack Swagger did.
First of all, did you fart?
Yes, excuse me.
It stinks really bad.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, but Jack Swagger took to social media. He cut a promo wearing an all-white suit. And I think it was a white and gray filter on the camera. Anyway, basically he was talking about this. And I don't mean this in the meanest way possible. I just mean this as a broad description. But he said some of the gayest stuff you can imagine.
I want to hear this. I've been trying to find this on YouTube.
It's probably on the WCPW Facebook page.
Oh God.
Anyway, Jack Swagger said, "When I put my hands on you, I put my hands on the softest, doughiest man I have ever touched. It was like touching a marshmallow."
The fuck?
It was so gay. Again, I don't mean this in a mean way possible, but...
You almost sprayed me in the face.
I know, that's the point.
Oh.
Anyway, I don't mean this in a mean way. I don't, I'm not trying to bash anybody, but it sounded super gay. Anyway, that's what led to this... That's what led to this match. Go ahead, take a drink.
Oh my God, that shit was so gay.
This sounds like something Hogan or Macho Man would have said back in the 80s. When I put my hands on you, brother, it's like touching a marshmallow. You were the softest, doughiest man I've ever touched. Oh, yeah.
I have no words for this shit.
But let's move back to the match. This match was pretty okay for guys of the same styles. Jack Swagger had a good showing.
It was pretty much the battle of the ankle locks. At one point, they put an ankle lock on each other.
That was really dumb.
That was dumb. And then Joe Hendry decided to do a double ankle lock, which was basically a fucking Boston Crab, and he called it what?
Called it the double Hendry lock. All he did with his hands was just lock them like this. That's it.
This, like he said, this match was okay.
I'll give them props. They're trying.
They were trying. That's pretty much all you can do in life is try. Anyway, I was going to say Jack Swagger. Joe Hendry retains the WCPW Championship. This match gets a 2.5 out of 5. Then we move on to something more exciting than that shit. It was the WCPW World Cup Final. Kushida taking on Will Ospreay.
It was a rematch from Best of the Super Juniors 2017?
Yes.
Okay, I couldn't remember if that was 2016, 2017, whatever.
I think they faced off last year, but I can't remember.
Okay. It was a rematch from Best of the Super Juniors, and it is the penultimate match of the night for this entire tourney.
Can I just say, these two facing off at BOSJ in New Japan is one of the best matches of the year. This picked up where it left off. This match was awesome.
It was awesome. Both these guys came to play.
Amen to that. I mean...
In fact, congrats on The Miz.
Yes. He and Maurice are expecting their first child, and it's going to be awesome.
Anyway,
getting back to the match.
Let's get back to this match of the decade.
Can we just say that this is not a match? This is a masterpiece. Oh. This is like you being at an art gallery or a museum, and you just put your eyes on a painting, and you just be like, "Oh shit, I fucking like that." That's how this match was. Now,
they were pulling out every ounce of stop that they had.
Amen.
At one point, Will Ospreay, inadvertently knocked out the ref. It wasn't like, he walked up and just, pow.
Yeah.
It was an accidental bump.
Yeah.
B. Priestley, Will Ospreay's girlfriend, slid in, threw Ospreay one of Kushida's titles. I think it was the ROH belt.
Yeah, she had the World Television title in her hand.
Anyway, she threw it to Ospreay, said, while he's down, hit him, take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Ospreay took the belt, threw it down.
He didn't want to do it like that.
No, didn't want to do it. He told B to get out of the ring. In fact, he escorted her out. Right as he turned around, he ate a kick from Kushida.
And this match, like I said, picked up where it left off. And the crowd ate this match up. For breakfast, lunch, dinner, midnight snack.
Leftovers.
That's how great this match was.
I almost called it reruns.
Yeah, well, leftovers, reruns.
Leftovers.
Anyway, in the end, Kushida picks up the victory. And let's just say he's had a
banner year.
He's had a pretty big bounce back year.
Best of the Super Juniors 2017, ROH World Television Champion,
IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion for the 5th time,
and winner of the WCPW World Cup.
And afterwards,
well, the World Cup cut off right there. They celebrated. Ospreay showed respect to Kushida. B. Priestley showed respect to Kushida.
And the other two?
Will Ospreay's boys, the South Coast Connection, they showed respect.
And then this is where everything just turned sour. Everything was like, yay! Then it just like, fuck.
Joe Hendry, BT Gunn, and El Ligero came out, laid out Kushida, laid out Ospreay, laid out the South Coast Connection, and BT Gunn went to town on the trophy.
Yeah, and they even took out B. Priestley. Yeah, she had a crossface plus a double Hendry lock put on her as Will Ospreay was forced to watch his girlfriend be tortured by the Prestige.
Now, this was heinous and all, but it was kind of funny when BT Gunn was going to town on the cup with a baseball bat.
Yeah, I saw that.
And the bat snapped.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty funny.
And he just threw the other half of the bat like, fuck it.
It's just like, whatever.
Yeah, and they...
Anyway, but it was a heinous act, and they got swiftly punished.
Yeah. I was going to say, not to cut you off, it was like... It reminded me... It was like NWO level type heinous.
I was going to say Randy Orton level heinous.
Yeah.
Remember when he RKO'd Stephanie McMahon?
Yeah. When he RKO'd Fabulous Moolah?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was something like that. Anyway,
the next week on Loaded, while Blampier was figuring out what to do with Ligero and Hendry, he forced BT Gunn to put up his hardcore title against Primate in a hardcore match, which that match was ugly.
Let me guess, BT Gunn won, right?
No, Primate won.
Really?
Primate regained the belt.
Nice.
Anyway, this past week on
Reloaded.
On Loaded.
Oh, Loaded, excuse me.
Loaded's the show.
Oh, shit. Go ahead.
You didn't spill, did you?
No, I almost did.
Okay. Anyway, Hendry was coming out to talk to the... Well, he was doing his shh thing.
Yeah.
Blampier had come out. He had some strong words. He basically came out there and said, "Shut the fuck up, Hendry." Tried to apologize for his language, and they said, "No, I'm not sorry. Shut the fuck up."
Yeah, and the crowd chanted, "Shut the fuck up."
And then he doled out his punishments. Because he said, Your actions have consequences, Hendry. Consequence the first.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah. You will be in a match against Kenny Williams later that night, which he won.
Who, El Ligero?
No, Hendry.
Oh.
Consequence the second. You will defend the belt at Refuse to Lose against Will Ospreay.
And I think that will be a personal dogfight. It's already personal because of what they did to his girlfriend, but it's going to be ugly come next month. It's going to be ugly.
And then punishment the third. El Ligero had to defend his Magnificent Seven briefcase against a surprise opponent in a hardcore match. It was Primate.
And when he came out, the Prestige attacked. And
Well, Hendry and Joe Coffey attacked him.
yeah. And I'm pretty sure El Ligero won, right?
El Ligero won because BT Gunn saved his ass. Now, not to cut you off, but the beef between Hendry and Ospreay go back to Stacked, where at the pre-show, Hendry extended an offer to Ospreay to join the Prestige. He had till the end of the night. Ospreay said no, and then the Prestige attacked him.
And let's just say, this rivalry, this beef, shit has gotten real. And at Refuse to Lose, October 2nd.
October 2nd.
It's going to get even realer because the WCPW Championship is on the line. A lot is at stake. And I cannot wait to see this match. Like I said, it's going to be ugly. Shit has already been real. What more can we say?
We can say this because this is a perfect segue. Because we will be doing preview and review on WCPW events coming up.
Exactly.
Starting with Refuse to Lose, where the matches announced so far on the card is the WCPW title, which we just mentioned, and of course, the WCPW tag team titles. Tag team of Hanson and Rowe, War Machine, no relation, taking on the Young Bucks.
Too sweet.
For the WCPW tag team titles. Too sweet.
Too sweet. Now, let's get on to the conclusion of this review. I know we've talked a lot, but this tournament, what more can we say about it? Fuck. Anyway, Superstars matches and overall rating. Superstars of the night go to Penta L0M, Kushida, Will Ospreay, Ricochet, Zack Sabre Jr., Rey Mysterio, and Joseph Connors. Matches of the night go
My boy Swag.
Amen.
No, I'm just playing.
Matches of the night go to Lethal versus ZSJ. Of course, Ospreay versus Mysterio. Penta versus Ricochet. And Kushida versus Ospreay. Overall rating, this tournament gets a 4 out of 5.
It was truly an impressive tournament. I hope that they do it again.
And in a way, I hope they have a better trophy than that. Because the way that Adam Blumpier put that trophy on that desk, it looked like somebody just ran over it.
Now,
like literally ran over it.
Now this tournament had a big roster of who's who. If you weren't listening,
yeah,
you should have been.
Dummy. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me talk at you for a second though. It did come with, a couple of replacements. Like we said, Michael Elgin replaced by Joseph Connors, Drew Galloway replaced by Kenny Williams, but Cody Rhodes was supposed to be in the tournament. He was replaced last minute in the American qualifiers with a guy you guys should look up because he's impressive, Keith Lee.
Keith Lee is amazing.
Oh yeah, he's made Jack the Jobber's Wrestler of the Week on the last Fast Count.
Nice.
Because he lost in the finals of Bola.
Really?
Yeah.
This year?
This year?
He faced Ricochet, didn't he?
Yeah. Ricochet
Wow.
took Bola.
Yeah, I know Ricochet, but I didn't know who was in the finals until you just said it.
I didn't know Keith Lee made it that far.
Wow. I know Marty Scurll was in it this year.
Yeah. I'm sad he didn't win.
Yeah.
I like Marty Scurll.
But
major shout out to Mainstream. He got so close with his pick.
Who did he pick?
He picked Ricochet.
Yeah, he did.
Ricochet got to the semis and he got a lot further than all of us. So
yeah.
Props to Mainstream. However, no points.
No points. But if I could channel my Eli Drake, let me talk to you.
No.
Dummy.
No.
No?
No.
No. Anyway, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, but I was going to say, I'm like him. This tournament has definitely, it hit a home run. It definitely exceeded our expectations, and we're hoping, we are praying, they do this again next year. Like he said, starting next month with Refuse to Lose, we will do preview and review of Refuse to Lose, including the tag team title tournament, which is announced, and the championship tournament, the championships that are announced. I can't get my words right. Fuck.
Anyway, but we'll also be opening up a new category on our year-end awards. Sorry, I had a burp. Anyway, tournament of the year. This World Cup, a shoo-in.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We got that. We've got best of the Super Juniors.
Yes.
The UK tournament, the Mae Young Classic, which just wrapped up this week.
The G1 Climax tournament.
And the G1. Oh, and the Cueto Cup. Almost forgot about that.
Yes. We got a lot in store for you guys, so
yeah.
Just stay tuned.
In fact, we'll be doing deliberations for the World Cup coming soon. Not the World Cup. Year-end awards.
Yes.
Damn it, you got me doing it too.
My bad. But anyway, let's just go ahead and wrap this up. As usual, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Sarah, Devin. Oh, he's put a new video up.
Yeah.
Baked barbecue ribs, I believe.
Ooh.
Yeah, so y'all might need to go check that out. Devin Cooks on YouTube. Check that boy out. Shout out to Devin. And Sarah.
Just in time for fall, though.
Exactly.
Anyway, go check out our Patreon. $5 a month gets you exclusive access to Patreon exclusive shows such as Ranting with Rodimus.
That's right.
War Machine's Requiem, Mainstream Report, and Vintage Review.
Yes.
And other shows that we got planned coming down the pipeline.
So, like we said, stay tuned for that, and we're just coming along as we can.
We're going to be, in a couple of minutes, we're going to be doing a review of the Mae Young Classic.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up, we've got preview and review of course, Refuse to Lose, like we said.
Yes.
We also have preview and review of No Mercy?
Yes.
Okay. They got No Mercy right there on the network.
Yeah.
That last one that we watched. Anyway, but
and Hell in the Cell too.
And Hell in the Cell.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting.
So much shit going on. We're it's like we never get a break.
We're down to one pay-per-view this month though.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Nice.
Yeah. In fact, there's so much shit though. We're doing this on a Wednesday.
Yeah. Go figure.
Yeah.
But other than that,
preview and review of Ultima Lucha Trace.
oh yeah, that's right. Can't forget about that.
Puma versus Mundo. They're going to close it out just like they closed out the very first episode.
Amen.
And they just celebrated 100 episodes today.
Today. Nice. Shout out to Lucha Underground and El Rey Network.
So from all of us here at WonderShop, thanks El Rey for a beautiful product.
And hopefully we will get season 4.
Oh, we are getting season 4 at the end of the year.
Oh,
like it will start up at the end of the year.
Nice.
It's already been confirmed.
Nice.
Thanks, Ricochet. Anyway, but that being said, you got anything else you want to say?
No, I don't.
Well, all right then. He is Mr. Third Place, Rodimus Prime. I'm not a man. I'm just the United States champion, War Machine MJ, and we will see you guys next time.